I was just looking at adding this card to an angel deck, actually. Angel of Invention is a one-time token maker with an anthem attached, but we prefer repeatable token generation, and the anthem effect doesn't really synergize with our game plan of sacking those tokens for value. The buff can sometimes help our token makers attack through safely, but against any stompier decks, the buff just really doesn't do anything. Aron Benalia's Ruin is a sack outlet, which is nice, but it costs 2 mana to activate and can only be activated once per turn. The effect of putting +1/+1 counters on our creatures doesn't synergize with our game plan. We just went over that with Angel of Invention. Our tokens won't be sticking around very often. It can buff our token makers to attack through, but like Angel of Invention, the buff won't help us that much and the mana investment is too high. This card is great in my $100 Goblin deck, but it's a one-time token maker and not very good in this one. When it enters the battlefield, it'll make you a few goblins, but then it becomes a vanilla 2/2. Not amazing. We definitely can add better token makers. And I'm cutting Commander's Insignia for a similar reason to Angel of Invention. It doesn't do enough to help our game plan. We're keeping a couple more explosive anthem-like effects with Gold Knight Commander and Ogre Battle Driver, but the goal is to keep Zergo on the board with various types of protection, so this is kind of redundant. With Grenzo Havoc Raiser, there just isn't a whole lot of opportunity to get the combat damage trigger. The goat is nice, as is the stealing card draw, but he just doesn't really contribute to the game plan in basically any way. This card would maybe be worth keeping if it was an instant, but Lingering Souls is a sorcery token maker. Sure, we can get 4 tokens from it, but 5 mana for 4 tokens is alright. Again, it's basically a one-time use token maker and we're trying to cut those. This card can make us prone to running out of steam if we don't have another token maker in hand. And while Mirror Battlesphere may be fun and funny, it's way too expensive mana-wise to get 4 tokens worth. And those tokens need to stick around to get value from mirror attacking. Otherwise, if we sack the tokens to trigger Zergo, Mirror Battlesphere just becomes a big vanilla body. I'm cutting Release the Dogs and Shadow Summoning for the same reason that I cut Lingering Souls. If these were instants and the tokens had haste and some kind of evasion like Menace or Death Touch, I could definitely see a reason to keep them, but right now with all 3 of them being sorcery speed and the tokens not being all that valuable, it's just not worth it. As a ramp option, Solemn Simulacrum is just not great. When it dies, we only draw 1 card, it's only a 2/2 body, and we don't get any value from Zergo when it does die. So as iconic as this card is, it's not very good in this deck.